Shalom, and welcome back to Who Knew It Was Jewish? We are on episode 133, and today's topic is Talenti. Josh Hochschuler was born in 1973 to Jewish parents in Wichita Falls, Texas. Not long after Hochschuler graduated from Boston University, he moved to Argentina and fell in love with the culture, the food and wine, rich and Italian influences, and especially with the gelato. It wasn't just the inventive flavors and the smooth, creamy texture. He was also enamored with the central role that Buenos Aires gelaterias played in city life. They were absolute hubs of where people gathered to eat, to drink coffee, and to socialize. After living in Argentina for 5 years, Hochschuler moved back to the States, eager to open up his own gelato business. Unfortunately, he did not know how. So he hopped back on a plane back to Buenos Aires and arranged a visit with the owner of his favorite gelateria chain there. The owner was actually in the midst of passing down the family-run business to his son, and not only did he agree to teach Hochschuler his ways, but then he also offered to partner with him on the new U.S. venture. Talenti, named after the inventor of gelato, Bernardo Talenti, was born. Gelato has less air and butterfat and more solids than ice cream. And the key to making high-quality gelato, he says, is simple. Use high-quality ingredients. Second is the unique process he learned to make the gelato, a slow cooking that really allows flavors to marinate, along with an ongoing step, which is chilling the gelato base for a good period of time before churning. So, in 2003, just north of uptown Dallas, Hochschuler opened the Talenti gelato shop. After seeing a transparent gelato display case in Italy calling attention to all of the delicious ingredients, he knew he wanted to replicate that for his product and distribute it in stores. He started selling classic Argentinian, Italian, and American flavors, and was also coming up with combination mixes that at the time hadn't really been popular yet. Salted caramel actually ended up being the most popular flavor combination. While the product was absolutely successful, the store's business model, borrowed from the Argentinian gelaterias, was not. In 2004, Hochschuler closed his shop and turned to chefs, to restaurants, and supermarkets. He then actually secured a 2,500 square foot warehouse and handled the new operation with just one employee. They made the gelato and they made the deliveries. The business grew, weathered a few bumps, and in 2007 got a boost when a major account like Whole Foods and Sprouts started to pick up the brand in certain states. Sales reached $1.7 million that year. The life cycle of Talenti was one where demand always outpaced supply. Figuring out how to scale a very old world process was a huge challenge, filled with a lot of trial and error. Hochschuler did eventually figure out proprietary methods for making high quality gelato in quantities, drawing on his apprentices and experiences from the past. When Unilever bought the business in 2014, Hochschuler needed to teach them a process that had been used 100 years earlier, but had been forgotten how to do. One of the first things Unilever did was to legally protect many of the processes that had been come up with that were unique. Hochschuler actually is still, to this day, has a hand in Talenti, working as a consultant with some research and development, media relations, and brand development responsibilities. Hochschuler also owns the frozen fruit bar company, Solera. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in next Friday for a new episode. And of course, don't forget, we have Who Knew It Was Jewish merch. So if you'd like to support the web series and podcast, please take a moment to check out the Who Knew It Was Jewish merch shop, where we have some wonderful apparel and some terrific accessories as well. Thank you so much again for joining me for today's episode, and I will see you all next week.